And welcome everybody to the fifth game of the League Championship Series. This is Big Paulie coming to you. I don't know what that blip blip was all about, but I guess I'll figure it out as we go along. The Championship Series is tied at 2 games each between the Wings and the Explorers, and you see there what has happened in the first 4 games. The Explorers got it started with a 2-1 win in 11 in Game 1. The following day at Old Yankee Stadium, the Wings came back and won 3-2. Then in Game 3, it was a massacre as the Wings erupted for 20 unanswered runs before the Explorers got their 5 for that outcome to take a 2-1 lead. But the Explorers came right back in Game 4 to even the series. So right now we will play Game 5. If we need a Game 7, it will be Sunday. Tomorrow will be Game 6. Whoever wins this will obviously have the 3 games to 2 lead. And the Explorers, we're going to see the Game 1 starters, Juan, Marichal, and Fergie, Jenkins, it looks like. And let me see here. Who's my top OB guy? We had Larry Doby. Yeah, let's use him again. We'll put Larry Doby in the DH spot. Well, Doby is an 8. Center fielder, Mantle is an 8. So we will put Doby in center. And Mantle will be the DH for the Wings. And we'll get this started.
Pitching for Explorers, Juan, Marichal.
As you can tell, I just turned the computer on. We'll get to the lineups after the first at bat because the umpire will yell play ball at us incessantly if I do not. This is the 2-seeded Wings at 83 and 71 against the 4-seed Explorers 79-75. Wings are the 50s team, Explorers are the 60s team, although there are travelers from all eras who have come in and are playing on all of these teams. It's going to be Nellie Fox leading off, hitting 400, 16 for 40. 7 runs scored, 2 doubles, a homer, and 7 ribbies. Marichal could go 140 pitches. Mazeroski to McCovey for the first out. Let's show you that lineup for the Wings. Fox Minoso playing today. Musial. Then Mantle at DH, Matthews at third, Aaron in right field batting 6th. Then Yogi Berra, Ernie Banks, and Larry Doby. Here is the Explorer defense, which should be familiar to you by now, although we have Marcus Semien coming in to play shortstop in Game 5, which is an interesting decision. We'll get to the pitcher profile after this at-bat by Manny Minoso, who is 3 for 11 in the playoffs, 273. Has 1 stolen base to his credit. And this is hit to right, and Frank Robinson's going to get to that, we think. Yes, and that is out number 2. Let's show you the line on Marichal. He is 1-1 in the playoffs, a 4.70 ERA after 23 innings pitched. And we're waiting for the game log to populate, which for some reason is taking a while. This will be his 4th playoff start. Lost 10-6, got very quickly sent to the showers in the first game with the Futurists. Then came back, won 4-3 in Game 5 of that series and beat the Wings 2-1 in the first game of this series. So we have the Game 1 starters starting anew. And Stan Musial now up with 2 outs. He's 265, 9 for 34, no homers, 4 RBIs. And there was an error by Mazeroski, I'm thinking. Let's look at that again. See who the error was on. Well, it's kind of hard to tell. Let me just see. Safe on throwing error, but it didn't mention who made the error. Mazeroski made the error I'm seeing in the running box score. Mickey Mantle now up, 9 for 32, 7 runs scored, 281 batting average, 1 double, 2 homers, 3 homers, 9 RBI, 1 stolen base. Has walked 7 times. His OPS at 4, his on base is 410, and his OPS is 1129. That is a walk. So a 2-out rally being started here by the Wings. We'll see if they finish it with Eddie Matthews, who has struggled in the playoffs, 5 for 30. 1 homer, 7 RBIs, also had a double and has struck out 10 times. That is a walk to load the bases. And the guy who up until 2001 hit more home runs than everybody, and some thinks he is still the true home run king, Hank Aaron, is up 9 for 34. 8 runs scored, 2 homers, 9 RBIs, and a stolen base. His OPS 774. So he struggled a little bit in terms of his power numbers. And that is a K to retire the side.
No hits, 1 error, Wings 0. Explorers coming to bat.
So Marcus Semien is going to lead off
Jenkins.
as Fergie Jenkins is introduced. It's going to be Semien, Mazeroski, Robinson, Mays, Ramirez, McCovey. Yastrzemski will play left field with Robinson over at right. Manny Machado and Elston Howard, the catcher. And let's show you the defensive lineup for the Wings. You see it there. Jenkins and Berra are the battery. Minoso, Doby, Aaron. Matthews, Banks, Fox, Musial. And finally, let's show you Fergie Jenkins. Jenkins can go 135. He has pitched 16 innings in the playoffs, has a rather stellar ERA at 0.56. And yeah, he pitched a 5-0 win against the Stars, and then lost game 1 2-1 to the Explorers, and he went 8 innings in that effort. So Semien, this is his first playoff at bat. So nothing to talk about, and Jenkins strikes him out. Marichal can go 140 pitches, used 24 in that first half inning after 2 straight outs, then loading the bases, and then striking out Hank Aaron. Will Mazeroski is 13 for 44, 295, 7 runs scored, a double, a triple, 2 home runs, and 4 RBI. This is hit to center, and Doby's going to make the play. Out number 2, and Frank Robinson up 10 for 42, 238, 3 doubles, a homer, 3 RBIs, and has struck out 9 times. OPS of 728. This is hit to right center. Aaron moving over, making the play.
No runs, no hits, no errors. Wings 0. Explorers 0.
Yogi Berra is going to lead it off for the Wings to start the second inning of Game 5. By the way, weather is not going to be an issue. Wind blowing out just a skosh to the right field. 77 degrees, and that wind is 6 miles an hour. Yogi Berra, 292. He is 7 for 24. 5 runs scored, a double, a homer, and 9 ribbies. Only 1 walk and 2 Ks. Line drive right to Marcus Semien for the first out. Semien is obviously a traveler on this Explorers team. We might get rid of the travel rule when we do Season 2, but we will, after we do this, we'll do the America 250 Super Season. And that will supplement the remaining games of the NC2A tournament and then the Hometown Football League. Ernie Banks, 290, 9 for 31, 6 runs scored, a double, a triple, a home run, 5 RBIs, and an OPS at 787. He has 1 stolen base. And an error there by Manny Machado. Second error for the Explorers, and those have been the only blemishes in the game. We have yet to have a hit. Larry Doby is 2 for 5, the number 9 hitter. 3 runs scored. He's done some pinch running duties. A double, 2 RBI, and an OPS at 1171. And that's K for Marichal, his second, his 18th of the playoffs. And we go back to the top of the order, and Nellie Fox, who is 0 for 1. And this is a base hit that will plate Ernie Banks, and the score now 1-0 Wings. The first run, the first hit of the game. Minnie Minoso is 0 for 1 today. And we told you his stats earlier. That's a K for Marichal.
1 hit, 1 error. Wings 1. Explorers 0.
So the Explorers go into the second inning of Game 5 down a run. Willie Mays is 13 for 40, 325, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 2 triples, 11 runs batted in, 4 stolen bases. His OPS 1076 when you count his 6 walks. And that's a line drive to Nellie Fox. We're out number 1 in this bottom of the second. Manny Ramirez, 8 for 35, 229, 2 runs scored, 2 doubles, 5 RBIs, and his OPS is a measly 536. He has struck out 15 times. This is hit to center. Doby making the play right at the wall. And Willie McCovey up 159. He has struggled and is now moving back to the 6th hole. 7 for 44. 3 doubles, 1 homer, 3 RBIs, an OPS at 491. He has struck out 11 of those 44 at-bats. Hit well to center. This is going to be caught by Doby right at the wall.
No hits, no errors. Wings 1, Explorers 0.
We're playing 1965 Dodger Stadium, which was very much a pitcher's park. The year that the Dodgers went to and won the World Series over the Minnesota Twins, and Sandy Koufax in September of that year pitched a perfect game against the Cubs. And I believe that game still holds the record for the fewest hits in a game. 1. The Dodgers had it. They also got a run, and they won the game 1-0. Stan Musial 0 for 1. As he gets his second plate appearance, this is hit well to left. Yaz going to the warning track, making the play for the first out. Mickey Mantle, no official at bat. He walked in the first inning. That's K number 4, bringing up Eddie Matthews, who is 5 for 30, and he also walked in the first inning to load the bases. McCovey stepping on the bag himself after a ground ball retrieval.
No errors. Wings 1, Explorers 0.
And now we go to the bottom of the third of Game 5. If you're watching this on the 14th of August or early on the 15th, we will have Game 6 on the 15th of Saturday. Sometime mid-morning to early afternoon, we should be releasing that. Carl Yastrzemski is 3 for 13, 231. He has had 1 run scored, 2 ribbies. His OPS also struggling at 462, but he's in there because he can hit right-handed hitters. That is K number 2 for Fergie Jenkins on the day. He has 15 in the playoffs. Manny Machado now up. He has struggled. Obviously a traveler. Machado is 7 for 39, 2 runs scored, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, and struck out 9 of his 39 at-bats. And now he has struck out 10 for 40. K number 3 for Fergie. Elston Howard has not been the greatest of offensive catchers in this playoff series, but he did have a key home run in the Futurist Explorers semifinal series. He is 3 for 32, 2 runs scored, a homer, 2 RBI, and has struck out 10 times in 32 trips to the plate at bats. That's going to be a base hit, actually. And Aaron retrieving that, and Elston Howard moves to first base. We go back to the top of the order, and Marcus Semien, who is 0 for 1 and a K today. That is K number 4 for Fergie.
1 hit, no errors. Wings 1, Explorers 0.
All right, into the middle third innings. Top of the fourth, Game 5. Hank Aaron is 0 for 1 and a K. This is going to be up the middle. It drops for a base hit in front of Willie Mays, and Aaron aboard. I play as the home team, which in this case is the Explorers, and I try to make minimal decisions. Yogi Berra 0 for 1, hitting .280. And Aaron to second base on a stolen base. Yogi Berra still at the plate with an 0-1 count, and that is K number 5 for Juan Marichal. I'm just going to check one thing while it just came to mind that I should check and see. Okay, yeah, I can't change that. So Ernie Banks is now up. He is 0 for 1 today. 1 out in the top of the fourth. An 0-2 pitch goes to Willie Mays. Made a beautiful basket catch in center for the second out, and Larry Doby is now 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Struck out twice in his 6 plate appearances, or his at-bats, and that's another one.
No runs.
Marichal to 6 Ks.
No errors. Wings 1. Explorers 0.
So Marichal has 6 strikeouts and Jenkins has 4. But the biggest stat of all is the Explorers need a run to get back in this game. They trail 1-0, and they would go on the road to play Game 6 if the score holds. It would be a win or go home game for them. Mazeroski is 0 for 1, but they pulled off an upset over the Futurists, so not a lot of people expected them to get this far. Jenkins with his 5th K brings up Frank Robinson, who is 0 for 1. Grounder, that's going to get by Musial, go all the way to the wall, and Robinson to third base. A triple for Frank, bringing up Willie Mays, who is 0 for 1. Doesn't have any bunting ability, so I wouldn't look for a squeeze here. This is hit to left. It's got height. Minoso back at the track making the play, and Robinson easily scores to tie the game at 1-1 here in the bottom of the 4th and 2 outs for Manny Ramirez, who is 0 for 1. Base hit left field. So Manny aboard. Willie McCovey, 0 for 1 today, hitting 156. That's K number 6 for Fergie.
2 hits, no errors. Wings 1, Explorers 1.
Now, one thing to point out as we go to the 5th inning is it's taking a lot of pitches for these pitchers to get through the innings. Jenkins, after 4, has used 73 of his 135, and Marichal doing a little better, 62 out of 140. Back to the top of the order for the 3rd time for the Wings, and Nellie Fox is 1 for 2 with a ribby. That's going to be a base hit just over the stretch of Marcus Semien, and he is at first base, being Nellie Fox. Vinny Minoso is 0 for 2. And this is going to be popped up. Mays coming in, making the play. Another great play out of center field for Willie, who won't lose the Explorers number. Stan Musial is 0 for 2. That's going to be a base hit. Yastrzemski corrals that before it could get into the gap, so everybody moves up a base. Fox is at second and Musial at first for Mickey Mantle. Mantle has already hit 3 home runs this playoff series with 1 stolen base. He is 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout today. And we had a passed ball, and the runners moved up 1 base each. Fox the 3rd and Musial the 2nd. The count now 1-2 to the Oklahoma Kid. That is K number 7 for Juan Marichal. Eddie Matthews is 0 for 1 and a walk. He is the last chance for the Wings this inning, and Semien with the ground ball to McCovey.
2 hits, no errors. Wings 1, Explorers 1.
Carly Yastrzemski up as we start the bottom of the 5th. He is 0 for 1 and a K today. Popped up. Doby gets to that. Had to run in a little bit in center to make the play. Manny Machado 0 for 1 and a K. And that'll improve his 175 average, a single to left. Elston Howard 1 for 1. He moved his average up to 121. That's a base hit, just getting by Nellie Fox. So your 9-hitter is 2 for 2. Back to Semien, batting for the 3rd time now in the bottom of the 5th. 0 for 2 today, and for the playoffs, as he gets a rare start. That's a base to left. We watch Machado. He scores. There was an error on Minoso, which moved everybody up a second base. Howard is at 3rd. Semien is at 2nd. And the score now, 2-1 Explorers as the Wings commit their first error. Bill Mazeroski is back up, 0 for 2 and a strikeout today. He struck out 7 times in 46 at-bats, a soft line drive. And the runners moved back before they could be picked off. Frank Robinson, 1 for 2. He got his first triple of the playoffs. in his previous at-bat. That's a base hit. Howard scores. Simeon scores. It gets by Ernie Banks on the score now 4-1. Willie Mays is 0 for 1. Jenkins is now up to 89 pitches, and I would have to think, although I can't tell from this vantage point, that the Wings will have somebody warming up soon. 0 for 1 and a ribby is Mays. And that's going to get into right field. We'll watch Robinson. He scores. And Mays the third on a triple. And that's going to be it indeed for Fergie Jenkins as Hoyt Wilhelm will relieve him.
Pitching for Wings, Hoyt Wilhelm.
Wilhelm so far in the playoffs is 0-1, 290, 1 save, 10 2/3 innings pitched. And we will show you his story. They call him Old Tilt. This is his 5th playoff appearance. Pitched 5 2/3 in that 10-8 win over the Stars in that memorable Game 4 that clinched the semis for the Wings. And he has pitched twice so far. He pitched in the 2-1 loss, 3 innings, and got the loss. And then more recently, he pitched in the 3-2 win and got the save. That was Game 2. And the loss was Game 1. So Manny Ramirez now up. The game has been almost blown open. It's still a one-swing game, but Manny Ramirez with a base hit could change that. He is 1 for 2 today. And he is purposely passed to bring up the weak hitting so far, Willie McCovey. But I wouldn't underestimate him. He got a go-ahead run in Game 1. And he is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. That is K number 1 for Wilhelm today.
And 1 error. Explorers 5, Wings 1.
A big strikeout because that gets the Wings out of the 5th inning, and now they will bat in the 6th. Hank Aaron 1 for 2 and a strikeout. Popped it up to Mazeroski with the first out. Top of the 6th of Game 5. Yogi Berra 0 for 2 and a K. That's a base hit to right, and Robinson retrieves that. Now, Berra is not that bad of a base stealer. 56% chance. His base running speed is 7. That's kind of exceptional for a catcher. Ernie Banks 0 for 2. Sharply hit but right to Machado, who's playing third base today. He normally plays shortstop. Larry Doby is now your hitter. 0 for 2. With 2 outs in the top of the 6th. This is hit well to right, but it's going to stay in the park for Frank Robinson.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Explorers 5, Wings 1.
It is now cooled down to 69 degrees, and the wind that we had earlier has dissipated. The winds are calm. So Yaz up for the Explorers of the 60s. 0 and 2 with a K. Grounder to Fox, over to Musial, first out. Manny Machado is up, 1 for 2 and a strikeout. Matthews, Musial. 2 outs now for Elston Howard. And this is going to be another base hit for Elston Howard, who is now 3 for 3 today. That'll improve your batting average, especially in a playoff series. Back to the top of the order for Marcus Semien, 1 for 3, a ribeye, and 2 Ks. Matthews cannot get to that one either. Semien goes for second, and that allowed Elston Howard to score as Minoso threw it to second. Wasn't watching the runner coming in. A bit of a brain cramp for Minoso. It is 6-1. That's a huge run because now it is a 2-swing game. Bill Mazeroski is 0 for 3. And that's a passed ball. And Semien to third base. Count now 2-0. Fox, Musial, side retired.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Explorers 6, Wings 1.
To the 7th we go, and the Wings have work to do. Fox is 2 for 3 and a ribby. Base hit right field. That's what he needed. Poor play by Willie McCovey. And Minnie Minoso up. He's got to redeem himself for that faux pas, throwing to second when Elston Howard had scored all the way from first base on a double. Minoso is 0 for 3 and a K. That is K number 8. By the way, we're recording this, as I think I had mentioned, August 14th. It was the day after the Field of Dreams game. I hope everybody enjoyed that. I didn't watch it because it was on Netflix. And we had several preseason games in the NFL. The Bucks and the Dolphins play today here locally. So football season's upon us. And usual 1 for 3. And of course, the colleges begin in 2 weeks, or 2 weeks in a day. So 2 outs now after that force on second that put Musial at first base. And Mickey Mantle is 0 for 2. McCovey to Marichal covering first base. And the side is retired, and we're going to have Roy Face coming in to relieve Hoyt Wilhelm.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, Explorers 6, Wings 1. Pitching for Wings, Roy Face.
Okay, so again, we do not get Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back for it's root, root, root for the Explorers. They don't win, it's a shame. Or it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Hey! Okay, I screwed up the timing. You see the story there if you've just tuned in. Nellie Fox, a good day for the Wings, 3 for 4, but it's been Elston Howard, of all people, who has stepped up in Game 5, 3 for 3, 2 runs scored. Frank Robinson, 2 for 3, a triple, 2 RBI, 2 runs. So we'll see if the Explorers now could pad their lead with Robinson up again. He has the aforementioned 2 ribbies, a triple, 2 for 3. Face deals. Fox to Musial on the ground ball. Face in the playoffs is 628. That was his 6th out recorded. He is, with that third of an inning, he's now up to 2 innings pitched. He has struck out 2. And let's look at his game logs. Only his second appearance, and his first appearance was in that Game 4 that we have been talking about, where the Stars clinched their trip to the championship series with a 10-8 win. And Willie Mays, 1 for 2, a triple, and 2 RBI. Banks, Musial, second out. Manny Ramirez is back up. He is 1 for 2. Sharpley hit a base hit to left. So Willie McCovey is going to get an at-bat here in the 7th. He is 0 for 3 and 2 Ks. Hit well to right, but Aaron's getting to that. Side retired.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, Explorers 6, Wings 1.
Sorry, folks, got a bug in the throat. Eddie Matthews is 0 for 2 and a walk today as we go head now to the top of the 8th. Hit well to right, but it's going to stay in the park by quite a margin as Frank Robinson makes the play. Marichal's at 104 pitches. I'm thinking we can get him through the game if he does not get into trouble. Hank Aaron is 1 for 3 with a strikeout. That's hit the third. A nice play by Manny Machado over to McCovey for the second out. And I just had a coughing fit off mic. I remember to turn my cough button on for that. And Yogi Berra is 1 for 3 and a strikeout. Simeon to McCovey to retire the side.
No runs, no hits, no errors, Explorers 6, Wings 1.
Bottom of the 6th, last chance to pad the lead for the Explorers before we go to the 9th. Carly Yastrzemski 0 for 3. He's down to 188 for the playoffs. This is hit to left. Minoso gets to it. 1 out. Manny Machado is 1 for 3. Right back to Face. Oh, and a throwing error there by Face. And that's going to put Machado to second. Elston Howard is 3 for 3. That is a base hit, but the throw gets Machado at home. Let's look at that again. Was it Doby who made the throw? It was a bullet throw from a 5-arm. So with 2 outs now, it's Marcus Simeon up for the 5th time 2 for 4 today, a double and 2 RBI. That's a walk. So facing a little heat here. Mazeroski is 0 for 4 with 2 out. Hit the center. Doby with a super play at the wall.
1 hit, 1 error. Explorers 6, Wings 1.
So Marichal, 32 pitches shy of his limit, which is kind of an unofficial limit. Facing Ernie Banks, who is 0 for 3 today. Simeon, McCovey, 2 outs to go. Larry Doby 0 for 3. And that got by Howard, but Howard threw to McCovey to get the out there. Final chance to dance is Nellie Fox, who is 3 for 4, up for the 5th time. Base hit, and that keeps the Wings alive. They'll need a heck of a rally down 5. Minoso is 0 for 4, 2 Ks. That is a walk. So the plot thickens. 122 pitches now for Marichal. Stan Musial 1 for 4. Simeon steps on second, and the Explorers go up 3 games to 2. The Wings will have to win both at home to win the championship.
The final score from Dodger Stadium, Explorers 6, Wings 1. Juan Marichal is the winner. Fergie Jenkins picks up the loss. Time of the game, 2 hours, 37 minutes.
And Marichal wins Player of the Game honors. So I will come back on here. Tell you all we will be back tomorrow with game number 6. With the Explorers now up 3 games to 2. We went from New York to LA with the series even. And now the Explorers have going to need one win out of these next 2 games at Old Yankee Stadium, either Game 6 or Game 7. But the Explorers knocked out the Futurists in the semifinal series, so don't count them out. But anyway, until tomorrow, this is Big Paulie. Godspeed, God bless. We will do it all again soon. And bye-bye for now, everybody.